Good evening. What you're about to witness is an unrehearsed, uncensored interview on the issue of birth control. My name is Mike Wallace. Tonight, we go after the story of the woman who violated convention and bucked powerful opposition to lead the birth control movement.
They were saying that feeble-mindedness is hereditary. So they sterilized me so I would not produce.
They multiplying at a high speed, let's decide wisely. If we don't kill them now, they gon' politicize widely. They kill each other while we building our wealth, and they be too blind to realize they're killing themselves. Dr. Hazelton saw whites genetically superior. It seemed blacks as pathetic and inferior. Allowed the black baby to die, and his possession said the black child would have grew up to be defective. Suggested black women with swords with high sex drives, and justified encouraging blacks to get sterilized. Even blacks in Germany had it miserably. A whole generation was robbed of its fertility. Fought to expand sterile laws to legislation. Margaret Sanger from the Birth Control Federation. A clear plot to wipe us out, you can see the proof. They don't need a noose to kill us off before we reproduce.
There should be national sterilization for certain dysgenic types of our population. Margaret Sanger, 1950.
Legalization created the ability to market abortion in the black community.
Specifically targeted urban neighborhoods.
Devilish medical ethics that kept progressing various means of birth control methods such as Depo-Provera, which was called back and peril nearly 5,000 women, all black. Norplant was even as dubious. It thickened cervical mucus and weakened the uterus. In school, black youth could get Norplant without asking, but white students need permission just to take an aspirin. It was hopes of no procreation. Kill off blacks through birth control was the motivation. Slavery ended, but never did the evil die. Science advanced and abortion was legalized. A diabolical ploy, psychologically tore victims of biological warfare. And Planned Parenthood opened a few clinics, a new gimmick movement, better known as Eugenics.
Since 1973, legal abortion has killed more African Americans than AIDS, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and violent crime combined. And the largest chain of abortion clinic is operated by Planned Parenthood.
Abortion clinics are saturating my neighborhood. Should have a right to live life. At least a baby should exercise the freedom to kill just cause they say we could. But who am I to judge one's deeds and really say who's good? It's that stunning. I sit back looking at the facts, wondering what's the future of the black youngin'. I heard a man say that the most dangerous place on earth to be is the womb of a black woman. The death toll is rising, these killers remorseless. They say the hoodlums in the streets is the biggest endorsers. I beg to differ, these critics distortion. Who killed more, the youngster or the doctor that gives an abortion? My heart cries for those who never developed the bloom, who never even got a chance to exit the womb. Don't be blinded by the devil and his dark lies and be a victim of medical apartheid.
What would you say is now the #1 cause of death in the African American community? What if I told you the real answer was abortion?
Unnoticed by early civil rights activists. For them, the reason birth control and abortion were being pushed was not a secret.
Those whom we could not get rid of in the rice paddies of Vietnam, we now propose to exterminate if necessary, eliminate if possible, in the OB wards and gynecology clinics of our urban hospitals. Jesse Jackson, 1971.
Black people are the target of birth control, not because the ruling politicians like them and care about their economic equality, but because they hate them and can no longer use them in plantations and other cheap labor conditions. Muhammad Speaks, the Black Muslim newspaper, 1970.
I believe the entire question of abortions is just one more in the continuous series of events to eliminate the black population. Father George Clemens, Jet Magazine, 1973.
The abortion law hides behind the guise of helping women, when in reality it will attempt to destroy our people. Brenda Hyson, New York chapter, Black Panther Party, July 1970.
The racist tells you to take birth control pills to kill, to murder life that might have existed if you had not. They are planning mass extermination of people they consider dispensable. Van Keys, Oakland chapter, Black Panther Party, 1969.
A true revolutionary cares about the people. He cares to the point that he is willing to put his life on the line to help the masses of poor and oppressed people. He would never think of killing his unborn child. Detroit chapter, Black Panther Party, 1970.
Who the hell is getting the pill? The Mexican and the Negro. Do you want to wipe us out? Cesar Chavez, 1967.
Had once stated that any African American who supported allowing Planned Parenthood into black neighborhoods was an Uncle Tom.
Into the black community stepped Planned Parenthood. Only when they came into the black community, they've become Planned Black Genocide. William Bowie Hayden, civil rights activist, 1971.
If we keep producing, they're either gonna have to kill us or grant us full citizenship. Dr. Charles Greenlee, civil rights activist, 1968.
It is strange that they chose to start talking about population control at the same time that black people in America and people of color around the world are demanding their rightful place as human citizens and their rightful share of the material wealth in the world. Jesse Jackson, 1977.
The civil rights elite has forgotten the lives of unborn black children and has joined those who choose to kill them. Unbelievable! They have forgotten that in the past, racists snatched black babies from their mother's arms and sold them into slavery. Today they snatch them from their mother's womb and throw them in the garbage. Ishmael Hernandez, Executive Director, African and Caribbean American Center, 2003.